Lord Himalaya, Manu for the fourth root race. Lord Himalaya maintains a retreat in the etheric plane over the Himalayas. It is called the Retreat of the Blue Lotus. At his retreat, Lord Himalaya focuses the masculine ray of the Godhead for the planet, and the feminine ray is focused by the god and goddess Meru at Lake Titicaca. In a dictation given July 15, 1961, Lord Himalaya spoke of his role as father and of his retreat of the Blue Lotus. He said, "Most of you have deep, deep, deep within your consciousness a father image. This father image is a memory of a past experience when you knew the love of God face to face. Fortunate am I to so serve life as an eternal father image, an image of the will of God. Here in the reflecting pool of the Blue Lotus, I have taken all my own thoughts through the ages about God and his great peace, and I have caused them to be transformed by the power of life eternal. I have caused them to be transformed by the outpicturing of my own dominion, by my own God presence in full manifestation of mastership, so that this pool of reality, this pool of beauty, is like a frozen crystallization of all these quiet thoughts on God and his supremacy in the universe, and of what it means to every part of life to know the quietness and the end of turmoil which comes when the heart is still and knows God. The beauteous flower, the Blue Lotus itself, is a crystalline creation of ascended master light substance, a chalice in which flickers the mighty flame of God's eternal will, revered by us and all the sons of heaven." That is the end of the quote by Lord Himalaya. I remember one day when I was working in the rose garden that we had at Holy Tree House in Virginia, and I was alone doing what I like to do, which is to garden and meditating on God. And there came upon me the very distinct presence of Lord Himalaya. He enveloped me, and I had the sense that he was infinite in his being, and yet so very, very gentle, so personable, like you could sit down and talk with him, which is what I did. So remember that although Elohim can occupy the matter-spirit universe, they can visit you, proportion themselves to your size, sit in your living room or at table if you invite them. We need to know God in many guises and to know him in the gentleness of his power. And that is what I felt from Himalaya, the tremendous gentleness of one who had the all power of God, universes without end. Blending with the being of Himalaya and being suspended in his being, I have never forgot that I have a friend, and he is someone that I can know personally and not just a name. Perhaps you would like to see and know whether the masters or the Manus or the Chohans or the archangels. Seek early their friendship, early in the morning, and you will soon find that you have a very personal relationship with many beings of light. Let us give Himalaya's decree. (10:04). Please give the preamble with me. Beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, I am in me, my very own beloved holy Christ self, holy Christ selves of all mankind, beloved Lord Himalaya, beloved Vanello, the entire spirit of the great white brotherhood and the world mother, elemental life, fire, air, water, and earth. In thy name, by and through the magnetic power of the immortal, victorious threefold flame, within my heart and the heart of God in the great central sun, I decree. Benign and precious is thy flame, blessed Himalaya divine. Pure and holy is thy name, blue lotus master mine. Come and teach me by wisdom's power how to love God every hour, how to magnify Christ's power and God victory manifest. Let me sit before thy throne, wholly centered in God alone, and absorb thy holy tone, soundless wonder now made known. I am calling now to thee, help me gain my victory. Let my very soul go free, daily, hourly, like thee to be. Blue lotus flame shining bright, in good will's divine delight. Shed thy beams through human night, till all is purest light. Himalaya, come and remain in my heart's blue lotus flame. By the power of God's own name, I am presence in me reign. Benign and precious is thy flame, blessed Himalaya divine. Pure and holy is thy name, blue lotus master mine. Come and teach me by wisdom's power how to love God every hour, how to magnify Christ's power and God victory manifest. Let me sit before thy throne, wholly centered in God alone, and absorb thy holy tone, soundless wonder now made known. I am calling now to thee, help me gain my victory. Let my very soul go free, daily, hourly, like thee to be. Blue lotus flame shining bright, in good will's divine delight. Shed thy beams through human night, till all is purest light. Himalaya, come and remain in my heart's blue lotus flame. By the power of God's own name, I am presence in me reign. Benign and precious is thy flame, blessed Himalaya divine. Pure and holy is thy name, blue lotus master mine. Come and teach me by wisdom's power how to love God every hour, how to magnify Christ's power and God victory manifest. Let me sit before thy throne, wholly centered in God alone, and absorb thy holy tone, soundless wonder now made known. I am calling now to thee, help me gain my victory. Let my very soul go free, daily, hourly, like thee to be. Blue lotus flame shining bright, in good will's divine light. Shed thy beam through human night, till all is purest light. Himalaya, come and remain in my heart's blue lotus flame. By the power of God's own name,